Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We're taking a walk on my lunch, kind of like my daily doing to get me through my day. And I think everybody out there saw the headline. Pretty much ran over the weekend that a lot of the sheets were running with was Stone Cold Steve Austin was telling a lot of people that he thinks that he could come back for one more match. Obviously, the man has the itch since having the match with Kevin Owens at Wrestlemania 38 in Dallas. And, that kind of came together almost kind of like last minute. Just Kevin Owens was doing some promos, wearing a cowboy hat, making fun of the state of Texas because they were hosting WrestleMania that year, and he got invited to do the KO show, and it just basically, them throwing insults at each other back and forth, and then basically Austin saying, like, did we come here to fight or what? And referee ran down, and Austin got to hand out some stunners. That match was honestly pretty physical, a little bit more physical than I thought it was going to be. We put that together with the story of WrestleMania 40 and Stone Cold Steve Austin being nowhere in sight. I think that whole sequence ending the Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns match was all pretty much set up for Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Undertaker was a great fill-in. He is a WWE guy through and through. Him being there for Cody was awesome, but I think we all wanted to hear the glass shatter. I think we all wanted to see Stone Cold Steve Austin with that knee brace running down. WrestleMania 41, it was in Las Vegas. The stories were running crazy, basically with, Austin saying that he doesn't really like to leave the state of Nevada. He doesn't like to go far from home. And then, Las Vegas hosting it was a match made in heaven. We even had Fanatics Fest last year where Austin and Punk were throwing challenges at each other, where I think it was Stone Cold Steve Austin saying that it wouldn't be hard for Punk to find him, and my mind was racing crazy that we were finally going to get this match that I think I've had on my my bulletin board ever since like WrestleMania 27, of that being like a dream match for it to happen. And a few times it looked like he was supposed to be there, and I even thought it would be a band-aid that they could offer him at WrestleMania 30 to like repair the relationship of Punk leaving, and like, well, hey, we'll give you this match as like a main event kind of thing for you to come back. And I don't know. The Punk versus Austin things will always be there because of the similarities between the two. But if he wants to get in the ring for one more match, for one more time, I think that's the best chance scenario. I don't even think you have to turn Punk heel in the whole ordeal. Maybe the whole thing is set up by CM Punk not being able to win a couple of big matches. Maybe he doesn't win the Rumble over in Saudi Arabia next year that I haven't picked to win. And it's just Austin coming there, just trying to give him some advice. And that advice kind of rubs him the wrong way. That maybe Punk thinks Austin is saying that he can't do it anymore. And he's going to have to do it to him to prove that he can. And maybe that's all the storyline they need. But I've already said it. I'm not falling for the Rock stuff. The Rock can be on the board. But for all those years, we had the rumors of Rock coming back for one more big match. Rock versus Roman, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't write the stuff. I'm not the booker. I'm not nothing like that. But with hoping that we would get Rock versus Cody, and so many things pointing at that, and then him coming out on the stage at Bad Blood, him saying he wants to buy Cody's soul, and then we never see him again. I don't know, man. I'm not falling for that crap, but I'll fall for this Austin storyline one more time. If they want to throw the story out there saying Austin wants to have one more match, I'm all for that. That's moving the money. that moves the needle for me. I think if Austin is the guy that they call him up and say, hey, you want to do this? He's the guy who's not going to like get scared and back out at the last minute. His ass is going to be there. And last year it was said, we saw him Saturday because he did the whole Hall of Fame thing with Bret Hart. And then come Sunday, he came down there and he gave the attendance. And everybody wanted to see him in the main event. But the second we saw him before the main event, him crashing that RV, we knew it wasn't going to happen. We just still wanted it to happen. And he had his knee. He had it like completely redone, and I guess it hadn't really like healed or all the way for him to get in there and tussle. But I don't know. I want to see it. I want to see it one more time. I keep wondering, like with Goldberg, like after he's done and he has his last match, who's the next legend that we're going to be pushing out there to have like their last match that, from the old times that we really care about. And I guess Austin's still that guy. Once we give up the hope on Austin, I don't know who's next. I really don't. We went through a time period of like stars where they weren't like the biggest stars. The same time period, Cena's saying he's having his last match like right now. So it's like Kevin Owens, the next legend that we're like holding on to. Like you don't know when this guy's gonna be done. I'm not quite sure. So let's see it. Punk versus Austin. Give it to us. We want it.